Right. Who was I going to do? Dirty Sanchez. Dirty, dirty Sanchez. For all you Americans, you won't know what this show is. It was like the English version of Jackass, only these girls were a little bit more deranged, I think. Just a little bit. Dirty Sanchez. There it is. Matthew Pritchard. Lee Dainton. Michael Locke, otherwise known as Pancho. Not Poncho, Pancho, and Dan Joyce, two first names. There we go. Okay, so let's start with the Dirty Sanchez girls. Pritchard, Matthew Pritchard. I've covered Pritchard already. Images. Runs elbows out look. Facially, squashed look. It's a small triangle. It's been squashed top and bottom. Because they added a big chin implant, I think it just squashes the face more when they add it. I've got dial M for Masons. I've got a flat forehead. I've got soft eyes, a small face. She's got a big pointed schnoz. High set ears. I don't see a trachea or an Adam's apple. They cover themselves in tattoos to disguise what they are. Ink in the bodies. I think this is why God doesn't like it when you ink the temple. You're kind of hiding what you are, aren't you? Pritchard with the two strong men from England. I can't remember what the names are. Look at the saggy titties on all of them. He's got inverted nipples. Pritchard's got inverted nipples. It could be the tattoo that's making it look that way, but it looks inverted to me. Allegedly the strongest men in Britain, in the world. One of them is the strongest in the world, isn't she? Crowcast, 33 Friday. Is that Pritchard now? Do you know what? If someone showed me that, I would not have known that was Matthew Pritchard. Oh, there you go. Who does she love? Satan. We'll do it now. Arching eyebrows, no cheekbones, small mouth, fake chin, no Adam's apple, no trachea. Matthew Pritchard is a girl. Wow, that looks a little bit like Marley. You know what? That's not far off. Marley's got more brown on him than that. And again, double devil horns. These crazy women. Skateboarder as well, like the other ones. They all do this. Burt Reynolds, as above, so below. I'll take that picture. They all do that pose, don't they? Matthew Pritchard from Dirty Sanchez, the Welsh girls. I say Welsh girls, yes, and one Londoner, a girl, Dan Joyce, two first names. I think that's the only one I couldn't get, Dan Joyce. Wow, that looks like Sylvester Stallone for a split second. Talk about a squashy face. Let's go back. Who's that sticking the tongue out? Stereophonics drummer. Close set coffee bean eyes. Stereophonics, they're Welsh, right? They are Welsh, aren't they? Was that them there? Can I have another look? Stereophonics. As you know, I don't know if I've done... Look at that close set. Look at that square. Do you know what he looks like? He looks like them strong men we've just looked at. That one reminds me of a little bit of... I want to say Howard Stern, but it's not Howard Stern. It's the other one from England. With the Geordie comedian, I can't remember his name. He's got square shoulders, hasn't he? Let's go back and back again. We're looking for your Gates, Pritchard. I think there's only a few of them. Eddie Hall. And we're out of pictures. Matthew Pritchard walking. Come on, Pritch. No, his icon. It's still in line now, look. It's not the picture I'm looking for. Look at the 5 head on that bad girl. The little buck teeth, look, the small dent holes. Do you know what? I did say that nipple was inverted, look. There's a massive scar there, I think. And they've used a tattoo to cover it up. This one's scarred as well, look, there and there. FTMs. And again, look at the arched eyebrows, the sharp A wrinkly forehead. Let's go back. Let's go back. Matthew Pritchard. Look, I told you it looked like that strong man. Woman. You know what I mean? There's no gates. You've got to be kidding me, Pritchard. Street. Well, I never. Let's go back. I don't think you're going to be there if I search you, Pritchard. I really don't. Matthew Pritchard. Search. Oh, it is there. Isn't that strange, lot? 24. What year? We're in 25. Yeah, it's only a year old. Maybe they don't delete them till after ghost them until after a year. I don't know. That one's there though. Matthew Pritchard with gates. It didn't show me any of those gates, lot. 1 in line, ski with legs, perfect tightrope walker, full mince twice. Matthew Pritchard, and I love it when they're bald because that female skull rocks straight into place. Look, the male eye should be higher, and that's the end of it. The skulls work perfectly when used by someone who's not a troll. I'd say 98, 99% positive proof when you see that. You can even go 100% if you're doing it yourself, but just, you know, the gate tells you everything you need. But if you don't have the gates, you have to go off skulls. That's why you have to learn skulls. This is why they're putting you off learning skulls. Where are we? Pritchard. He's already up there. I don't need to do him. Let's come back to class. Pritchard. Let's go after the next one. Lee Dainton. Very close set eyes. Remember, the Bible tells you that they will wink their eyes and stick out their tongues. It's not by chance that these celebrities do this or hold up the Hail Satan sign. Look how close set those eyes are. Look how rounded the eye sockets are. Small teeth. Look, it reminds me of Owen Wilson. I'm seeing Owen Wilson. Oh, there's the gate for Pritchard, look. Ski with legs. There's Dainton in the background. Separation of the knees. It's a woman. Let's have a look at your boyfriend. He's got a big face, hasn't he, your boyfriend? There's the other one with Dainton mincing, look. Both of them are mincing there, look. Again, Dainton, Alien Satan. Is that them two having a boxing fight? I've seen more. Look at the Joey pouch, the muffin top. Woman. Lee Dainton. And there's Pancho. How small was Pancho? I didn't realise she was so small. Oh, she's tiny. I didn't know. Is that real? Is that CGI? Is that really the size of Pancho? Oh my gosh, she's a midget. I thought Danny DeVito was small. I can't believe how small Pancho is. Right, okay. Oh, you've got a bit of a 5 head. All right, let's go back. again. Look, doing the Baphomet and the Hail Satan. Dan Joyce. That was the weirdest one out of a lot of them. That one was sick. That one used to make me chip. That one did things that just disgusted me. It did. Sanchez was way more harsh than Jackass. It comes with a warning if easily offended. There you go. Lee Dainton. It's a woman. Look at that egghead. Got eyes of Tony Tucker from the Essex Girls. No cheekbones, high set ears, male pattern baldness on a woman. Look at that widow's peak, fanned out, clinging on for dear life. Absolute egghead. No trachea look, no Adam's apple, pink lips. It's just draw a triangle. It's tiny. Look how small the face is. Remember, once you've learnt these two skulls, you will see that squashed down face with the bellowing out five head. It creates that letter M that the males doesn't look. And there it is, look. There's your dial M for Masons. We're done. Lee Dainton is also a female. Let's just double check Twitter. Lee Dainton. Lee Dainton's still there. There's the gates I got for her. 2 full minces. And that's the picture I use, look. Look at that egghead. Look how that female skull just goes straight in, look. It fits like a glove. Like a glove. They want to tell you the skulls don't work. Trust me, once you've seen enough of these pictures, or you do it for yourself enough times, you don't need the skulls. Just like looking at that picture we just saw, could already see it was a woman. Just remember, they are the tribe of Dan. Escape from boredom. Skull and bones. Forensics. Why's Lee Dainton got that skull up there like that? All right. Let's go back. Lee Dainton is also a girl. Let's do Pancho. I can't believe how small she is. Michael Locke, otherwise known as Pancho. Images. Oh, there's no pictures. Look at the state of that little face. Look at what they did to her. They were horrible in this dead. Jackass has not got a patch on what they did to each other in Sanchez. There's your answer. Beautiful, soft female eyes, open eye sockets, look, tiny ears, absolutely no jawbone, no trachea, no neck, and I don't believe there's any gates for... Look at the size of her. Dial M for Masons in the hairline, look, you can't miss it. That's a belter of forehead you got there. They're everywhere. They are literally everywhere. They're in every town. Wherever there's a Masonic lodge, there's these people. I'm telling you now. Covens of them. Pancho's got no gates. Yeah, we ain't got no gates. But I can guarantee you now, just on the skeleton alone, she's a woman. But that picture there confirms she's a woman with the beautiful eyelashes. You don't get a Getty seal. Cupid's bow, deep filtrum. You don't get a Getty seal on your name unless you're in the club. She is tiny. She really is tiny. Tiny hands as well. Right, we're done. Pancho, can't find the gates, but it's a woman. Dan Joyce, I know there's no gates for this one. It's the only one I couldn't get. I think Pancho is in the back file. Dan Joyce, 2 first names. Soft eyes. Adam's raisin implant. High set ears. There's no trachea, look. There's an Adam's raisin implant, but there's no trachea to the neck. There was a nice picture where her eyes were close together. Where was it? That one. The egg-shaped face. Look. It looks like, whatchamacallit, from the Likely Lads. I can't remember her name, but that's who it reminds me of, from the Likely Lads. Don't tell me that tattoo. That's a tattoo. Oh, my gosh. Do you know what? You'd have to be an idiot, wouldn't you? You'd have to be an absolute idiot if someone tattooed a crappy-looking penis like that onto your arm. It's etched in my memory now forever that you've got that tattoo. But oh my God, look at the 666 in the hairline. That's a dude all day long. But once you see something like that, you can never ever unsee it, can you? Once you see a penis like tattooed on someone's arms like that, you'd never not be able to. Every time you saw something like that penis, you'd know you was looking at a penis, wouldn't you? Surely you would. NASA wouldn't be so childish as in 1969 to draw a great big cock and balls on their, what can only be described as their moon mission, their route and route and travel from Earth to the moon and back. If one of you nut jobs out there that believes in space and planets and stars could explain to me why NASA would draw a penis in their scientific approach to things, that'd be nice, okay? You free Masonic freaks. All right. And then, oh yeah, there's this one. Look at this. Look at the state of that one, look. It's a cock and it's balls, look. And that's the bell end up there, look. There's just, everywhere I look, I see peepees. Everywhere I look, I see peepees. Let's come back to class. Dan Joyce. There's no gates for this one, I know there isn't. He's the least famous. She's the least famous out of the Dirty Sanchez girls. Those two got everywhere. But the